that being the case, he's recommended that we replace the caliper and the rotor because the caliper and the bracket because both items are they're pretty much toast is what's causing the issue because you have an electronic motor inside of that caliper, which is why you're getting that constant light on. So, good news is it's not something like your ABS control module or any of the sensors. It's because of that caliper. And then naturally, based on the conditions of your rear brakes and brake pads and rotors, he's going to recommend, maybe thinking about replacing those. But the most important thing is that left rear caliper, because it could potentially just lock itself up because it is your emergency brake. Okay. So it has no communication. It's just kind of doing its own thing. So that's why that switch probably won't work for the emergency brake.
It is working. That's something that was like so weird to me is the emergency brake. It turns on, works. Then I turn it off, hit the brake, turn it off, and then it turns off, but the beeping never stops.
Never stops. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, dude, I'm still on or something.
No, but it's not on. It's because you have two. You have one for the left side and then one for the right side. So there's a motor for each, and you have a brake for each.
Yeah.
It's just probably just engaging the right side, and probably reading the fact that the other one's not communicating.
While I'm driving with this on, is it engaging the brake just a little bit?
We don't think so.
Because I was thinking that could be it, but then after driving it, I was like, I don't think that's it. It's driving to 70 miles an hour. There's not really any
You'd
lag.
smell it too.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like I'd smell it or.
We don't think so because he did look for wear on the rotors, like abnormal wear, like.
Yeah, if I just grinded it for 20 hours.
Yeah. You would know for sure.
Oh, that's what I was fucking thinking.
Yeah, you would know for sure.
Okay.
So, I asked him about. Like, is there a way to shut it off? He said the only other way to shut it off, theoretically, would be to disconnect it, and it's still going to cause the same issue. You're still going to have a dinging noise, and you're still going to have the light, because he tried it. And
he tried disconnecting it?
The actual connector for the electrical part, and it still doesn't.
And it was still dinging?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter, because whether it's connected or not, it's still reading that something's not there, and it's throwing that fault.
What about unplugging the fuse or whatever it would be that controls the entire sound of warning sounds in my car?
There is none. It's the computer module for it. And if we unplug that, then you're not going anywhere.
Nothing's working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
That's what controls all those sounds.
Trying to think of some kind of loophole.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I know. Turn up the radio a little loud. I don't know.
Dude, it's literally I'm constantly the whole time I've been. Having the windows down, so it's whipping wind, having these noise-canceling headphones on, and then still I can hear them, and with music, I still hear the fucking beeping, and then I'm like wrapping a towel around my head. I'm like, I'm gonna get pulled over, because someone's gonna see me with a towel on my head and headphones, like, be like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, I was looking for these. I was about to move it up to the drive.
Okay, yeah, we can't unlock it because the lock button's probably jacked up. So somebody may have
if we want to do a new key on that. I could do that too. Look into that. If that's an option today.
Well, we have to order it.
Okay.
Regardless, because they get made per bin.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
And your key, being that it's one of these keys, is probably on like the $200 side.
Jesus Christ! So you don't think I could just like pop this open, like I've seen on YouTube and shit? They like pop it open and just change the battery.
The battery is not going to, because it works on all the other buttons. The problem is
that's the weirdest thing.
That's the selection.
And when one other thing is when I try to unlock it, maybe if I unlock it, there's no red flash right here. Mm-hmm. And when I was looking online on YouTube, they were like, when they changed the battery and it was fresh, it would do a red light. And I'm not even getting a red light.
Gotcha.
So
you could try changing the battery on them.
Like it's possible, but you're saying probably need a new
probably
key.
need a new fob.
Okay. Might be worth a shot then.
But other than that, that's pretty much what's going on with that. Your check engine light is on because you got a pretty decent vacuum leak on the car. So
the check engine light's on because there's a what leak?
Vacuum leak.
Okay.
Yeah. It's coming from the vacuum pump itself.
And what would be leaking out of the vacuum pump?
It's pretty much leaking air. So the motor's supposed to retain some kind of air pressure. Mm-hmm. It's not retaining any kind of air pressure. It's not creating a vacuum, so to speak. So there's a leak somewhere. You have a leak.
I think my oil even is leaking a little bit.
Yeah, your valve cover. it's also leaking and causing that vacuum leak. So
Okay.
anytime there's fluid coming out of somewhere, air is coming out of it.
Okay.
You know, that's another way that
Yeah.
air could just escape. So the valve cover and along with the vacuum pump, those two are leaking. Those are causing the vacuum leak. It's going to cause your car to run a little richer, which probably means it's going to use a little more fuel. Probably the gas economy is going to go down a little lower. And naturally, you have oil leaking, you know,
Yeah.
which is part of that. You have your timing belt tensioner is pretty loose. It's exceeding the parameters of what's safe and what's not safe.
How do you tighten it?
Replacing it, the whole system. And then last but not least, you had an airbag light on, and that's coming from your side passenger seat airbag. You have an airbag right here. It's coming from that.
Is that from me putting too much weight on the seat while I'm driving?
I
have a bunch of
probably
shit on.
suggest time. I'd probably say I'd chalk it off the time.
Yeah.
Probably. So that being said, if that airbag light is on, your airbag system is not working. Usually when that light is on, it shuts off the airbag system for safety measures, which is counterintuitive because if you get into a car accident, your
Yeah, so
airbags
you're
will...
saying even my drivers might not be working
No,
right now?
it's not.
Jesus Christ.
So, because they do it because it has
I'm never
happened.
getting a car with all this computer sensor
Yeah.
shit ever again.
I know.
I don't know why I did this.
The any vehicle that has an airbag system and one of the airbags don't work or aren't communicating, they usually do that, which is why insurance companies, if you ever get into a car accident, they'll ask, was that airbag light on? They
Yeah.
know automatically, okay, there's an issue, you need to fix it, we're not at fault, blah, blah, blah. So, the airbag light being on, God forbid you get into a car accident, airbags won't deploy because they're shutting them off for the potential just random combustion of the airbag, which has happened. I mean, we've seen that our fair share just suddenly, poof, they just come off, you know, while you're driving. But they just shut it off for that very reason to prevent that happening. So, other than that, he noticed you did your front brakes. Your tires look good.
Yeah, I just did a bunch of new shit.
Yeah, he said that looks like a lot of stuff looks like you recently did it. Honestly, the most important thing out of all of this is going to be that left rear caliper, because that's just something electronic. It could take a just moment of its own and just lock up. And while you're driving, that would be a really good thing. We don't have it naturally. We have to order it, which we can get. It's coming from one of our local warehouses here in Florida.
Okay.
So we'd be able to get it by Wednesday if we were to order something like
Okay.
that. I have the total here for you. If you were to do that,
Is that this total you're gonna say is for everything you just said,
no,
or just for the thing that'll turn off the parking?
just for that.
dinghy?
It is $16.32 with 93 cents. And that's parts.
$16.
No, 1,600.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane because that. I mean, you were saying it was good news. I mean, that's the same as the other thing you were saying,
Yeah.
which was the bad news, the worst case.
No, that one was a little more. I actually underestimated that.
Oh my god.
The part alone on that one, the computer module, was $2,200.
So just to turn this dinging off and to make it so my tire doesn't just randomly lock when I'm driving, it's gonna be $1,600. All right. So I don't have that. Simply don't have that. Like not even in my savings right now.
Yeah.
Because I just pretty much, you know, I got a few hundred. I cleared out my savings. Getting this car on the road, I was like, man, thank God I'm finally on the road, and now I got this setback again. So I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Okay. We do have some non-credit and credit-based financing. Two companies, we have BDS and Sunbit as well.
Yeah.
Those are,
And it's like a payment plan.
payment plans. Both have 12-month options. If you pay within the first 3 months on both of them, it's same as cash, no interest.
Okay.
After 3 months, they do charge interest. And then you have the Volkswagen credit card, which is 6 to 12 months, no interest.
6 to 12.
Yeah,
Okay.
no interest. And
So there's a few options.
you got some options, yeah, for sure. We just do what we can, you know. Some things happen at the worst times, so sometimes it's not very beneficial for you to be able to cough up $1,600 at one time. And we understand that. So.
I mean, yeah, that's just never been my family. We just never had money. So you know how it is. Like when you just don't have money, $1,600 is a lot of fucking cash.
Did you need me? Oh, I thought you were
So
talking
I'm gonna have to figure it out, and I think I'm just gonna go talk to my dad about it and see what we can come up with.
Okay.
Look at all this paperwork and
Okay. So let me do this here real quick. And I'm gonna give you this quote sheet too of all that stuff. That
yeah, I'll take everything, whatever you got.
All right. So let me do this here.
All right. Thank you.